Hey ho folks, what's up? This is Macro and today we're playing Satisfactory again. As promised, in between episodes I collected quite a bit of leaves and wood. In fact, I collected that much wood that I needed to build another container on top because this one is full. This one is not quite full, but we should be fine in terms of power for some time now. In fact, let's have a look. Yeah, 220 and our max consumption is like 60 megawatts. That's fine. All right. Also, while I walked around, I guess it was in this area over there, I fought another creature and it was this, what do you call it? A kind of a cocoon, I guess, with wasps or flies in them, right? And we got this thing, a hatcher. It's called a hatcher. Okay, yeah. Which we can actually research. Also, I found a note of sulfur. Sulfur? You know, this stuff here, which we should also be able to research. Let's do that right away, and after that we are going to go ahead and extend our still preliminary factory a little bit. Okay, let's see. Sulfur, how much do we need? Only 10, that's fine, so let's research that. There we go.
This unknown chemical element was in reality an unusual mixture of solid sulfide and sulfate materials from which sulfur can be extracted. Sulfur's primary use lies in fertilizers, which we have no use for. Instead, this element enables access to more volatile obstacle clearing and pioneer defending tools.
Yeah. We are going to need this detonator later on to for instance, remove those, those plants which spit out this toxic gas and stuff like that. But as you can see, not right now because we don't have steel pipes or, steel pipes basically. So I guess that's all for this. Let's also research this one. There we go. And put away the rest.
The remains researched belong to a plant-like organism hosting the larva of the flying crab, the most mature of which hatch when threatened. Hatcher remains can now be made into alien protein, and additional research may reveal options for improving pioneer safety during exploration.
All right. Flying crabs, huh? Okay, so let's have a quick look around what we already have and what we are going to need. You might have noticed in the last episodes that we still had to craft a lot of those reinforced iron plates. Those guys here. Which is still a little bit tedious, right? So we don't want to do that even at the beginning right now. And you might also remember that we still have this second pure iron node back here. So, our plan for this episode, and maybe the next one as well, is to set up a miner here and put down a few constructors for making reinforced iron plates. So, if we have a look, reinforced iron plates at the default recipe. There will be more other recipes later on. We'll come to that as soon as it becomes relevant. We need 6 iron plates and 12 screws for 1 reinforced iron plate, right? So we need 6, so 3 times this recipe for iron plates. This is 9 iron ingots. That's also 9 iron ore. Okay. It's very tedious actually to plan that without any tools. I gotta go back to that. What was it? 12 screws. So that's 3 iron rods. So I already forgot. What was it? 9? Okay, you know what? Let me introduce you to the Satisfactory tools. That's an online factory planning tool, let's say, that we are going to use later on. Let me show you the browser. I hope it's gonna be fine. There we go. As you can see, I opened the Satisfactory tools, the factory calculator here, and this enables us to plan a factory, basically. So what we are going to input here is what we want to produce. In this case, we want to produce reinforced iron plates, and it defaults to 10 per minute, right? And down here, you can basically see the layout. What you have to build, how many smelters, constructors, and so on and so forth. Oh, I just realized we need assemblers for this. Of course, we need to input materials. But okay, let's plan this factory nevertheless, and then we'll see what we need for researching or unlocking the milestone for our assemblers. Okay, so as I said, currently it's configured to output 10 reinforced iron plates per minute, and as you can see here on the left-hand side, this requires 120 iron per minute. If we quickly go back into the game, and we have a look at our other miner over here. So 120 iron ore, right? And this one gives us 120 iron ore, but as you might remember, the belts only can transport 60 per minute. So we basically have to halve all of that, right? So instead of 10, we are going to produce only 5, which is a bit of not really a problem, but inconvenience, since we need 1.5 constructors here, as you can see. But we just build 2 and then we're fine, right? So now we're using 60 iron ore per minute. And this is what we're going to build as soon as we have the assembler available. So let's have a look what we need for unlocking the assembler. Wrong, here. Yeah, we completed tier 1, by the way. And that should be part assembly. Exactly, that's the assembler. For which we also need rotors. So rotors may also be something that we want to automate before we actually start building our actual factory. All right, that's a later problem. Let's select this milestone, put everything in that we already have. Do we need 500 screws? All right. Let's get the remaining cables first. That's 90. Let's craft a few more, since we always need some cables for ourselves, for crafting stuff, especially for, power lines. 500 screws, huh? Screws are really the bane of every Satisfactory player's existence, right? So as soon you have set up all the basic factories and don't have to deal with screws anymore, it's a relief, guys. It's a relief. Okay, so we should have enough cables. Now let's swallow the pill and craft 500 of those. We could actually... Let's have a quick look. Do we need more screws for other stuff? No, no, no. So I guess that's the last time we need screws. I was wondering whether it is somehow better to, you know, place one little constructor, a container for the input, for the rods, and a container for the outputs, and let this guy produce screws all the time. But I guess we should have done that earlier. And now it doesn't really matter anymore. So, as I said, let's swallow the pill. And do you say that actually? Swallow the pill? No. Well, I guess you know what I mean. Let's craft 500 screws, and then we hopefully should be done with that. Ooh, wait a second. Let me check something. Oh, I cannot check this recipe since we haven't unlocked it. Okay, I was about to check the recipe for rotors. I mean, we could do it in the, you know, the tool, the Satisfactory tools, but no, let's not do that. We don't know rotors yet, so we don't look it up, I guess. But we can do it in a second. 40 more to go. 20. 8. There we go. Okay, cool. Launch this guy. And let's have a look at rotors.
Milestone reached. The assembler can produce more complex parts, including the first project part, smart plating, which is crucial for initiating project assembly.
Maybe.
Project parts must be delivered to the space elevator. By completing your contracted duties as part of project assembly, you will definitely be helping achieve FICSIT company goals without any other ulterior motive.
Oh.
Note, humans cannot craft project parts. Do not worry about your inadequate crafting skill when compared to an assembler. FICSIT cherishes your innate human abilities, such as walking, striking objects, and commodifying natural resources.
Very well. Yeah, we also just unlocked our first, what is it called? Project assembly part, right. And as Ada already told us, you cannot craft them by hand. You have to build at least an assembler for this guy, right? And those are basically not used for anything else than just delivering them to the FICSIT Corporation, right? Which is basically the goal of this game. All right, so now we should have assemblers available, right? There we go. You can also already see it in the preview up here. It's got 2 inputs. Was there anything else? Don't think so, right? Yeah. Okay. So now we can build our little factory here. So what do we need? Let's have a look again. We need, of course, the miner, no problem, and 2 smelters. And of course, those 2 smelters won't share their outputs one-to-one to the constructors that follow, but in a, what is it, 1-to-3 ratio, right? 15 to 45, yeah. So we have to do a little bit of splitting and stuff like that. Well, it's not too hard, actually. One smelter outputs 30, right? So we can use one full smelter for this line here. That's already 30, so we need 15 here and 15 here. So we just split the other smelter and bring half of it there and the other half here, and we have 45. Actually, that's going to be the 0.5 constructor then, right? The remaining 15. Okay. Cool. So let's go ahead and build a miner, 2 smelters, and 2 constructors, so that we have basically this part done here, right? So 2 smelters and 3 constructors. Okay, cool. Let's start with the miner, of course. Yeah, we need to craft a portable miner for that. No problem. One of those, please. Thank you very much. Go. Okay, I just wondering. Let's start with bringing a power line over here. This guy already started producing iron ore. Nice. I'm wondering if it would be worth already starting to build some foundations here at least. To have it kind of ordered, I guess. Because otherwise it will become a mess very soon. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Let's not care too much about aligning those foundations. Let's just put them here. By the way, there are a few methods to quickly build. Where is it? Here? No. To quickly build multiple of those. Build, rotate hologram, snap mode. Yeah, that's... Lock hologram. Ah, okay. Sample building, quick switch. Now I'm confused. I don't know how... build mode default? Yeah, how do you change the build mode? Hello. How do you change the build mode? Toggle build mode. Okay. Yeah, there's the zoop mode. So we can, you know, build a line of... Or basically we can even... Couldn't we even build a like a square once? Well, it doesn't matter. At least for now. Can look that up later on. So we can build a whole line of foundations at once. That helps a lot. You actually use that feature, of course. So let's start with this, I guess. So we might want to bring the iron ore up to here, right? And we have to split it, of course, since we are going to build 2 smelters, each taking 30 iron per minute. So let's build 2 smelters like this, or maybe even like this, a little bit more space efficient. Maybe not. Wait a second. No, that's not what I wanted to pick. I wanted to pick this one. Let's do it. Let's do it like this, actually. I need to see. Okay, you know what? Let's align them to the foundations here. If we don't have enough space, we just extend our foundations a little bit and then we're fine. So like that. So when we are building conveyor belts on the grid of foundations, we want to have them all in 90-degree angles, right? And to do that, we basically target exactly the center of the input there, and we go 2 steps back, 1, 2, like that. Now we connect it, and now it's exactly 90 degrees. Otherwise, it would be like, diagonal over here or something like that. But we don't want that. So you will see me doing a lot of this going, 2 steps back and stuff like that. And now you know why. Give me one of those elevators. Turn it around. Yes, that should work. Yes. So now this thing spits out 60 iron ore per minute, which is split to 30 here and 30 here. We gotta tell them what they should craft, of course, and they should produce iron ingots. So, and then we need 2 constructors for the iron plates. Guess we're gonna do that over here. And these 2 constructors need, what is it? Each? Oh no, it's only 1.5, right? So we need 1 constructor which fully uses this lane, these these 30, and another constructor over here which uses half of this. So what we can do right away is put a splitter in front of this. So this line will feed our second constructor over here. Okay, cool. So let's start placing down the constructors. Oh, we don't have reinforced iron plates, right? We are going to need 6 of them. So let's craft some screws. Why not? And what I am going to do in between episodes is craft us some screws. I don't know, just put any heavy object that I can find right here on the space bar and let it do its thing, right? I don't want to build a temporary constructor for that, actually. So it should be enough screws for some time, I guess. So we need 6 of those. Maybe we also need some cables, some more. Oh, no, already 7. Let's make this 100 and then we should be fine. There we go. By the way, dismantling structures always gives you the full resources back, right? So you never waste anything, basically. That comes in handy, especially when we are going to move our factory later on. Okay. Whoopsie. You are going to produce iron plates, and you are going to produce iron plates. You won't get 30 iron per minute, and you won't output 20 per minute, but only 10. But that's fine. Currently, I guess that's one of those panels down here. We cannot adjust the rates, right? We cannot overclock and not underclock them. That's something that we have to unlock first. But that's fine. We just live with that. Let's bring over... Wait a second. Bring over one belt here. 1, 2. Okay, this one feeds the right assembler, constructor, sorry. And let's bring another belt. That's centered already. Here, so yeah, this one's gonna work at 50% and this one's gonna work at 100%. Let me extend the power line just a little bit over here and then get another power pole for those two guys here. For you, one for you, so they are starting to produce iron plates right away. So another assembler is going to go right here. Oh, we don't care about clipping. And this one is gonna produce iron rods. No. You were full. You have 2 left. That's fine. So you go there and let's extend this a little bit more. Maybe here. Alright, cool. So let's have a look again on our plan. So we did this, we did those 2 down here. Now we need 2 more constructors for rods. Not for rods, for screws, sorry. It's just thinking. And I guess we won't bother splitting this in, 10 and 5 per minute, but we just split it in 7.5 for 2 constructors, so they both run at, what is it then, 35%? Yeah. Should not matter at all. It should output 60 screws in any case. So let's care about those 2 constructors. So we need more reinforced iron plates. We have 1, we need 4. So let's craft ourselves some more of those. 1, 2, 3. Good. Maybe we wanna put a ramp here or something. Can we already do that? Yeah. Can we? Can it snap? Oh, wait a second. We can do it like this. Oh. Yeah, do that. Cool. Yeah, I don't care about snapping. And then give me a ramp. That's fine. All right. So 2 more assemblers. Let's align them to the foundation so we have an easier time to place them. So you are going to make screws and same goes for you. We need another splitter, of course, since we want to split our iron rods. Like this. So iron rods go here, half of them going here, and the other half. 1, 2. Here. So we are officially producing screws, isn't that something? Let's put another line, and I guess one more here, since we are... The only thing we need is the assembler, right? Let's have another look. We did those. Yeah, one assembler. Easy. No, not that easy, I guess. Let's see. As I said, we need rotors. At least. I don't know if there's anything else. Let's see. In fact, let's put it on the to-do list. 4 rotors and 8 reinforced iron plates. Okay, so we need even more screws. Screw us, I guess. Pun intended. Of course. Okay, we have 3. We need 5 more. Craft 4. Now we can craft 5. Okay, and then we need rotors. How many? 4. So another 100 screws. Okay. At this point, we're kind of used to crafting a lot of screws, right? All right. Now you should be able to craft 4 rotors. Let's do that. Good stuff. And now, at least we don't have to care about reinforced iron plates anymore, hopefully. Okay, that's the assembler. Before we build the assembler, we need to merge those 2 lines, since it needs the whole output of both of them, right? So let's just do it like that, and also for the iron plate over here. Whoops. Up. Go. Plates, and now same for the screws. 1, 2. Go. Could have. Let's redo this. You're going to see in a second, I hope, why I did that. Reconnect it real quick. Go. Okay, now the output points to here. Yeah, I guess let's place the assembler kind of aligned to this foundation over here. Maybe let's leave a little bit of space on the right hand side. Maybe centered on that edge of that. What do you call it? Where the 2 foundations meet here? Let me know in the comments. All right, let's see, 1, 2, no, not that way. 1, 2, there. And I know actually it's not needed to do it in those 90 angles here. I'm fully aware, but we might want to get used to this right away, right? So that's you, and you are going to produce reinforced iron plates. Thank you so much. All right, let's also place a container, and we are going to place the container down there where it's a little more accessible for us, more conveniently accessible, let's say. Of course, this is not aligned, but you know, that's exactly what I said. So let's just place it here. We don't care. For now, let me quickly grab this elevator. And bring it, let's walk around to have a better understanding of how tall the elevator needs to be. Oopsie. Fall down. Okay, let's see. Maybe like this? I guess so. Let's bring the output, i.e. the plates, over to the edge. Guess like this. And then, can we connect it right away? Yeah. Cool. Look at us. Automating reinforced iron plates. Isn't that something? All right. So let's have a final look at our factory, which is done. Right. So now, every minute we get 5 reinforced plates out of that. And that was only a temporary thing, so we just deleted. How did I do that? Select this one and delete it. Remove selected tabs. Yes, please. Yes. Okay. And have a quick peek on our iron products factory. That's our first actual factory that we're going to build. Not right now, I guess not in the next episode, and maybe even not the episode after that. But as soon as we have established our, main hub area somewhere, this is the first thing that we are going to build. And here you can see the outputs, right? It's gonna give us 10 iron plates. That's not a lot, but keep in mind that this factory is going to run all the time while we are exploring, while we are doing, I don't know, planning the next factory or whatever. And it's producing and producing and producing and filling up containers, and then 10 per minute should be enough. 12 rods, 3 reinforced iron plates, modular frames. We haven't touched those yet, but we are going to need them. And it's going to be 8 because we are going to use parts of them later on for another factory as an input. So we don't have to build the modular frames in the next factory from scratch again, right? 2 rotors and 10 of the smart platings, which we are going to deliver to FICSIT for unlocking more milestones later on. And by the way, I have not planned this whole factory by myself, or at least, let's say, not the numbers. I got a little bit of inspiration from a German YouTuber, actually, who does a lot of Satisfactory content. Name is Tschuki. I'll put you the link in the description. So you may want to have a look at his channel as well, at least if you can understand German, or if you're willing to read English subtitles all the time. All right. Cool. So, as I said, that's something we are gonna care about in a few episodes, not right now. So, let's jump back to the game. Have a quick look how many... Oh, already 18. Isn't that something? Cool. How does our power look like? So we are now up to 107 max consumption. Okay. So I guess what we are going to do now, the map doesn't tell us anything useful right now. Let's have a look at the other milestones that we still should be able to unlock. Logistics MK2 would be really great. As you can see, we get the MK2 belt stuff, right? Lifts and belts and even stackable conveyor poles, which might be useful. I don't know yet. But the MK2 belts are useful, and that is mainly because, as you can see in the on the right side, transports up to 120 resources per minute. So we basically double our belt capacity. And for our MK1 miners that we still use here, of course, that means that we could extract all the 120 iron ore per minute. And we could basically double this whole factory here if we wanted to. We're not going to do that, of course, but we could. Or what we also could do is just split away, just, use a 120 belt here, split away 60 here, and use the old 60 belt for our other iron products, and we could, for instance, craft some or automate some rotors if we want. I think this is something we should do. Even if we don't use it right away. So let's see. We should have enough concrete, enough plates, and enough rods, and maybe. No, I don't think so. But it's already 30. And imagine, just for a second, we were to craft all those 50 reinforced iron plates by hand. I guess I would just stop playing right in the middle of it. Or you would stop watching, right? So, we're not gonna do that. We'll just wait until our little factory here constructs them for us. Good stuff. So, in the meantime, that's why I had a look on the map. We should start exploring a little bit. We should try to find a good spot for our main hub area. Good spot means that we should have some iron nodes, pure iron nodes, close by. And by some, I mean a lot of them. I don't know if you noticed, but our first iron factory is going to have an input of, I think it was 510 iron ore. So these two are 240 right now, right? And that's not even half of what we need for our iron factory. So we actually need 4 of them. Maybe we are fine using 4, which should be 480 then, and there's only 30 missing, so the factory won't run at 100% at the beginning, but later on we will get better miners, right? So they won't extract only 120, but 240 then, I guess. Yeah. I mean, we also need better belts then, of course, but we are going to get them. 10 more plates over here. There we go. All right. So, I guess we end the episode here. We managed to automate reinforced plates, which is a good thing. And actually a mandatory thing, now that I think about it twice. Yeah. And as I said, let's go a bit of to an exploration tour in the next episode and try and find try to find a good spot for a main hub area. Alright guys, so thanks so much for watching as always. And I hope to see you around next time as well. Until then, bye bye.